We are live again on the Huck Finn Barbell Show, episode number 43. We are brought to you by HuckFinnBarbell.com. Big Memorial Day sale starts tomorrow, Saturday. Today is Friday night. We are usually doing these Huck Finn Barbell live shows on Friday night. But the sale goes live tomorrow, May 24th. 20% off everything on the goddamn site. Big sale, big sale. And I'm also joined here by, who's this guy in the corner? The little guy in the corner.
Big Bryce, coming to you live from the Perfect Little Sweeties Gym house.
Double B with the double D's. Big Bryce is back in the house. Hell, this is it, Bryce. I mean, if you fuck up this time, I've got a guy that's been waiting. I mean, this guy has been bugging the shit out of me to be the co-host. He goes by the name. He looks just like Jimmy Kimmel, so he's got a good start, dude. And his name is Nicky Krimmel. That's his name, is Nicky Krimmel. He might even be listening right now.
Sounds like a nerd. This is for all the marbles. I need this job.
Dude, you need this bad, you told me.
Forget about Nicky Krimmel. I need this bad.
Yeah. I mean, the guy just invested. I know last week I had a lot of complaints about a guy named Double B with the double D's. Terrible mic. Delayed like a motherfucker. But you are back and you bought a brand new mic. Look at this. Show the people. It lights up.
It's pretty cool.
It's a shirt microphone.
Oh yeah, I got the good stuff here. Nothing but the best for the Huck Finn Barbell.
Damn, podcast. Man, you are fucking rocking and rolling, brother. Now you're cooking with gas. We got some people on here cheersing us. Yes, we are drinking.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah, I'm drinking Tito's and Mountain Dew actually. But yeah, thank God you got a new mic. There was many complaints, but no longer. I mean that. You know, we had Coke Keefe on, who's now off the team. Correct.
Coke Keefe, you're off the team.
Off the team, brother. You are off of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Big Bryce, you're on the team, at least for this week. Now, if you fuck up this week.
I get it, but I'm not going to fuck up. I'm not going to fuck up. I'm not going to get off the team.
No, you can't. I mean, this is it, dude. This is your life, dude. I mean, if you fucking don't do this, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to be homeless.
I'm going to be homeless.
What's up, Simply Deep? What kind of name is Simply Deep? Is that a porn star name? What is that?
It's a good one.
Simply Deep, 1985. Shit, I think that was my brother. we got a jammed packed show for you today. We did a lot of show notes, right? I don't even know what I got pulled up here. Well, the name of this episode is called How to Be the Best at Anything and Everything. And I am the man with the plan that can tell you how to be the best at anything and everything. So stay tuned for that coming soon. We got a lot of shit to get to before we get to that. Correct?
Correct. Yep.
All right. Well, first off, I got to talk about this sale. We talked about the sale, correct? Did I talk about
we
that?
did. Yeah.
Well, this show's going fast.
It is quick. 20% off everything starting tomorrow. Yeah. Memorial Day sale. Huck Finn Barbell.
Camp. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Go to our site. Everything is 20% off. Mrs. Barbell's got to work on that tonight to make sure everything's working. She is down the street. We'll have to pick her up later. Hopefully she's going to be sober enough to put the sale up. But if everything works out, the sale will be live probably at midnight tonight, actually, because she puts it live before she goes to bed. That's a little secret. If you guys are on here, she does put the sale up around 11:30 at night before she goes to bed for the day before. And you get it. Be the first people to get it. It doesn't go live at 7 a.m. It's actually live at like 11:30 the night before. But don't tell her I said that.
It's a little inside baseball for you.
All right. I got to show the viewers on here something that I'm very, very excited for. The rubberized patches came in today, and they turned out fucking awesome. I've been talking about this new logo for a long time. So without further ado, I'm going to add to the stage the new black hat. I mean, this is just my fingers on it. They're not made yet, but this is kind of what it'll look like. And they will be for sale later, maybe in about a week or so, once they get made. But here Here is the logo right there. That is my big ass thumb. I do have one of the world's largest thumbs. But yeah, that's the logo, HF logo. Love it. Fucking looks awesome on the hat. The hat, you can't really tell, but it's got that like real breathable, lightweight backing on that back of that hat. It's stretchy. Love the hat. We have that in black, and then we have it in the charcoal version as well. But man, that HF, I love it. I love the way it pops. It looks, everything about it. It's fucking badass. What do you think, Double B?
Looks nice and clean. I like it.
Clean as
Sharp.
fuck. That logo is also. I was almost going to go with the red version of it, but I thought the white would pop more, and I think it does. It's got the little back.
Made the right choice. Yeah, it pops. Yeah. Definitely pops. Right choice.
Hell yeah! Cannot wait to get those out, man. That and then the shorts too. There's going to be shorts. Come out with that logo on it as well, and then a shirt. I don't really want to talk about the shirt because it's going to be a little bit of a surprise, but it's a pretty funny shirt. It's got a really good logo on the front and a really funny saying on the back, and I want that logo above it on the back, on the neck kind of area, and then below it there's this fucking awesome saying I'm putting on the back of it. So that should be dropping probably within a week too, but yeah, I just want to show everybody that logo. Okay, what are we going to get into? We got a bunch of people on here fucking with questions already. Simply Deep, Sean Simpkins. This guy says, old Simpkins is on here. Simply Deep sounds gay.
Is Simply short for, is it Simpkins? Is it Simpkins?
Well, here it is. I call myself that because I'm deep with my questions and conversations. Jeez, that's very deep, man. Was this guy high as shit?
How lucky are we? How lucky are we to have someone like that in our chat?
Yeah. Look at this, man. He's kind of new. He's kind of new here. And that's why I ask. I don't know what he's asking, but right here. Right, fuck. He goes,
kind of chats?
So what kind of conversations you have with your chat? Looking great there, by the way. Thank you, Simply Deep. I've been working out. I did some chest tonight. It's bench night in America. Don't forget that. Right?
Mm-hmm. Adjusted for the summer.
Yes, of course. It's adjusted to Friday to the 4th of July. Let's move this off the stage, brother. What the fuck? Would you just put that back up there? Come on.
I don't know. Oh, sorry.
You're taking over the damn show.
I need this job, please.
My God. All right. Well, what the hell's going on in your life before we get started? Anything good? I mean, besides being a male nurse?
I mean, that's, you said anything good. Everything's good. I'm kind of getting back to it this week, getting ready for that Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic in Aberdeen in July. See you there, brother.
Aberdeen. I will be there with those home gym fucking nerds.
We're gonna show them. We're gonna show them how the powerlifting and power drinking team does it. And then I watched the Liver King doc this week, and let me tell you.
Oh yeah. We should get into that before we get into this other shit. Before we get into some really important information. Go on.
Yes.
What is your what do you call that? What is your give it a review? A review.
He's a dork. I think he's a huge dork. I think
he is 100%.
I was pissed to find out how he did it all. I mean, I was thinking he did it on his own, too. But
Me too, like a real man.
I was annoyed. I was like, he's a dork. I think he's constantly lying.
Do you think this guy played a fucking sport in his life? I mean, in like high school or anything? I mean, was he a nerd? I mean, what was the deal?
Chess club. He seemed like he was in a chess club.
That's right, and he if you didn't watch the documentary, I watched it, and I like anything about weightlifting, especially what's in the mainstream media, right?
Right.
Like Chris Bell came out with a show called Bigger, Stronger, Faster. That movie was a documentary. This was years ago, and it's like a cult classic now. I mean, it's great.
Yeah,
West Side versus the World was great. A couple Generation Iron ones are okay. But just anything that's like, especially on Netflix, of course you're going to watch it. It revolves or, training, weightlifting, or power, anything like that. I was super bored.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we know the story, but everybody that's watching that mostly knows the story. I mean, at least some of it. So that's not an excuse. I mean, the guy, I thought it was super boring. Nothing was The only thing I did learn out of it was he had a marketing guy that he paid for that did everything.
Mm-hmm. That was like the biggest takeaway. And I like kind of, I mean, cool that you, I mean, could do that, but I kind of looked down on that a little bit because it's like I thought it was at least his own own crazy ideas running wild, you know?
Yeah.
That
I mean,
I'm like, that's cool, but no, it's not cool if someone else is running it all for you.
so all you got to do is just picture. I mean, it's just Vince McMahon from the WWF creating a wrestler. This
Mhm.
guy that's a marketing genius created the Liver King. They said he thought of every video. He recorded everything. They uploaded it for him. They told him what to say, how high to jump. He like half the stuff he's like, I don't want to do that, and then it would go viral.
Mhm.
So he was like, it's just like the Wizard of Oz, right? The guy behind the curtain. There was a guy
Right.
running Liver King behind the curtain, man. That's all it was.
All it ever was.
You know, everything comes out, which he should just fucking been upfront about it. You know what I mean? He should have just been like, whatever. I take this and this.
Right.
You can't just keep lying about it, because then when the truth did come out, when they had his blood results and all the other shit, then he looks like a real idiot, right?
Yeah.
He should have been like, yeah, I take TRT, which turns out he doesn't. He takes like, what he take? He said he takes $11,000 worth of human growth hormone a month. I mean, my God,
Crazy.
that's insane amount. Like, I couldn't even imagine 11 grand worth of HGH.
Well, he was making so much money that it probably was like just a drop in the hat, you know, like that's nothing.
Well, yeah. I mean, but he's taking like 8 times or 10 times the recommended dose. I mean, Cam always said 2 times the recommended dose is what the dose should be. Right. This guy's taking 10 times the amount. My goodness. I mean, his fucking internal organs must be giant.
Oh yeah, and he's just all he eats is organs too. So I mean,
and then he eats the organs. I don't know, man. And then I kind of look back at his posts, and then ever since that, I think that company's parted ways with him. He's tried to run it on his own, and it's just been nothing for like a year.
It's just not good.
So I don't know if I ever told that story, but I tried to get into his house last July.
You told, yeah. I don't think did you tell it on the pod ever?
I don't remember, but I tried to get into his house, and I knew like Chris Bell, the guy, the director from Bigger, Stronger, Faster, had his phone number because they did go to his house and did a YouTube video. Him and his brother did. And so I'm like, hey, Chris, I'm going to be in this area, man. Get a hold of this guy. I'll be there for at least a day and a half around the Houston area where he's at. Yeah, nothing. He got a hold of him. He told him radio silence. He told him everything. He's like, this is Huck Finn. Here's his shit. He's been on this. He's done this. He wants to make some content with you. He claims to be the real Liver King. And I was all prepared to just go fucking balls out. Like, I thought it'd been great content, dude.
Yeah, I mean, amazing. Well, he probably didn't want you to know about his whole multimedia marketing.
I think he got scared. He must have got scared. I'm sure dude, that video has gone viral several times of me walking around with the booze saying, real alphas don't eat testicles. They eat pussy. Literally, I just posted that video a couple days ago, 5 days ago when that video dropped on Netflix. And it's got 1.7 million views currently on Facebook.
Crazy.
And the first time I posted, I think he had 4 or 5 million views. And I posted again, and he's got millions of, he's seen that video. So he should have took the fucking challenge and fucking did some content. Right? But like I said, he was definitely scared. I mean, come on.
There's still time, Liver King.
Yeah, Liver King.
You're listening.
If you're listening, I know you are. He's one of the 7 people up there listening. Him and Sean Simpkins. And then a guy named Simply Deep.
That's Liver King.
Simply Deep. Look at this deep-ass question. I can't even read it. It's too many words, dude. It's Simply Deep. I want your opinion. What's your opinion on movies that show men in embarrassing situations that get you made fun of? And how would you handle? I mean, what does that even mean? Have you seen a movie that shows men in embarrassing? Is he talking about P. Diddy?
I think so. I think that has to be what he's talking about.
I think Simply Deep is lambda, 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 and the Omega Moose. God, one of the best shows of all time.
Thank you for upgrading your mic.
Ooh, that's a good one. Where's that one at?
SD.
Oh, wow. Thanks a lot, man. Such a compliment. All right, here, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
It did help the show tremendously. My wife listened to it and she wants to know what the fuck is wrong with that guy's mic. He's like way off on every. She watched it actually, like on her phone as she was like doing the dishes or something. You know what I mean? Doing housework.
Yep.
She's like,
I know
what
what
is
you mean.
wrong with fucking that Big Bryce's mic? He sounds like shit.
Well, he didn't have one.
Well, that was the first problem, but now he sounds great. I mean, listen to him
Now.
now. I mean, the guy's got a voice of an angel now.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. I mean, what the fuck is this? Simply Deep just keeps asking these weird questions.
How would you handle a type of embarrassing moment that'll get you heckled?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
How would I handle it? If somebody was heckling me?
I just
Like
moved past it.
And if I was playing in a sporting event, I would probably say I was a baseball player and I'm playing right field and somebody was heckling me. Well, I'd probably throw my glove on the ground. I would jump into the stands and beat the living shit out of that man on live TV is what I would have done. And then I would probably be banned from the game. That's how I'd handle it.
But they'd show that clip all the time. Then that's who's the real winner.
Yeah, and who's the real man now? Right? That's what they say.
True.
Henry Martinez vlogs. The real alpha shit right here. President Huckfin 2028. Will be the new governor of Illinois, IL, very soon. That fat, we got a chubby guy that's governor. I'm going to be running. Well, he can't run again. Oh, yeah, he can. How many times can you run for governor? It's not like a president.
2.
I think you can run for multiple.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, me neither. What's up, Huckster? Nothing much. Thanks for your honest answer, Huck. I love your no-nonsense sense of humor. Well, thank you very much, brother. We have no nonsense.
None.
It's
to the point. Business. We're smart men.
What was that?
There was a wind. It was just the wind.
Oh, God's grunt. It's Chad. Hold on. Chad who? Is that Chad Green? Jesus
Chad
Christ.
Green.
It's Chad Green, man. That's a guy, big-time bencher, one of the biggest benchers I ever benched with. When I first kind of started getting into everything, this was before I got into Green. Before I got into over there with the Little Bridge and all that, I trained with these guys out in Joliet, IL, my friend, right next to a Hooters. And
bench, get some wings.
I always Chad benched. He was benching like 550 or something. I always would try to beat him. You know, he was like a 308er, big guy. We trained a long time, and then he I don't know, he kind of parted ways. He got a different job, moved, and didn't really see much of him since. That was years ago. But awesome dude, great guy. We was training with a guy named Craig Tukowski, one of the first guys ever to bench 800 pounds in a suit back in like 1992 or 94. And Craig was wild, man. He was nuts. He would eat like fucking McDonald's like every day, man. And he just benched like he fucked up his like shoulders or something, fucking turned it around, was reverse grip benching like 500 pounds. This is at like 50 years old.
Jesus.
And no, those guys were great in that gym, man. And anyways, Craig died last year. So rest in peace to Craig Tukowski. Great dude. Yeah, no, those guys, a good group of guys that were there. Chad Green still hitting 500 at 50 years old. Attaboy. Yep. Yeah, Chad and all those guys were good dudes. I did a lot of crazy shit. That's kind of where I kind of started at everything, you know. But we'll get into some of that shit later.
Yep.
About the social media content and all that. But today's show, we had a topic we were going to talk about. Right? Now, you are the man with the topic plan, correct?
Right. So, today's topic.
Go ahead. Go on.
Is going to be how to be the best at anything and everything. Now, Huck, what does that mean?
What does that mean, my friend? How to be the best at anything and everything. That's anything and everything you want to be, right? If I want to be the best powerlifter, you know, I have a plan, right? Which we'll get into. If I want to be the best YouTuber, if I want to be the best, you know, I don't know what else. I mean, besides working out and having sex, drinking beer, what else would people want to be the best at?
Well, you said YouTuber. You want to be, if you want to have like the best gym, like you got, like the best gym.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, how
There
are
you
you going to
go.
get there? How are you going to build up to that? You want to be, I mean, I don't know why, but you want to be the best at your
Oh,
job.
jeez.
I don't want to, but
Oh,
if you
yeah,
wanted
you're
to,
best at your job.
if you wanted to,
Well, you should be. You should want to be the best at everything you do, right?
you should. You should.
Yeah. So, I keep reading all these fucking messages keep coming in. I gotta
funny.
stop reading the message for a second. I know they are.
They're blowing us up.
I know. It's a wild Friday night out here, brother. So
Mhm.
how to be the best at anything and everything. I always said everything revolves around weightlifting / powerlifting, right? / training.
Right.
Everything is like that in life. If you want to build a business, if you want to build a YouTube, if you want to build a social media, if you want to build, anything, it's very similar to training, right?
Right.
The biggest takeaway from that is, so say I'm prepping for a meet. I always go 10 weeks out, right? 10 weeks out. So say my goal is 500 pounds at the Massonomics meet out in buttfuck North Dakota. South Dakota. I'll work 10 weeks out. So week 1, 10 weeks away from the meet, I will take 83% of my intended target, 500 pounds, whatever 83% is. I'll take that for max reps is how I do it. Right. And then each week or every other week, I go up, so the next week would be 86% or 85% max reps, 88%, 92%, all the way till I hit my goal of achieving 500 pounds. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now give me an example, double B with the double D's, how that would how do you say that word? Correlate?
Yeah, correlate.
That's a pretty big word, dude. I don't know if I can use that one. We might
have to.
We might lose guys on here big time.
Nobody's making you use big words, Finn.
My God. So how does that correlate to anything else in life?
I mean, so like training's like your original background, right? So like, how does it correlate? I mean, from there, you go to Instagram, right?
And, so for myself.
Oh,
right,
sorry.
Yeah. So for myself, I went into social media, and how do I so I have an end goal in social media where you want
people to see your videos and like your videos, and
you want to be relevant,
right?
You want to eventually, hopefully, get sponsors or make money off this shit,
right?
Correct. So I went into to Instagram because I was good at powerlifting, and I had a company sponsor me. They said, "Huck Finn, could you please get on Instagram?" This company's name was Top Shelf Supplements, my first sponsorship. And I said, isn't that for women and pictures? Because I didn't know shit about social media. This is, I don't know, 2014, somewhere in that era. And they said, just get on there, So I didn't know anything about it. I actually had Callis help me a couple times fucking write out caption, anything. I didn't know how to do any of it.
Right.
So I get on there and I'm like, I take a video. I'm at this gym, jacked hardcore out in Aurora, Illinois. Awesome gym, made out of concrete, blood on the floor. One of my favorite gyms. It was before Barbell Central. And I bench like 500 pounds or something. And I post it. Crickets. Fucking hardly any views. I'm like, man, I weigh like 217 pounds. I'm benching over 5. There's not many people in the world that can do this. And it's getting no views. So now I got to hatch a plan, right?
Right. You got to go to what you know from training. Like what are you going to do?
How am I going to get bigger and stronger and better? Well, what am I good at? I'm good at drinking beer and I'm good at fucking lifting weights. So I put those two together. I birthed the 500 beer bong bench press. That's one of my first videos that kind of went viral, right? Mm-hmm. We got this on here. I'll play it. So for those of you who don't know it, click it up there, double B. Ready? This is at Barbell Central here. There's the beer bong. It's 500 pounds. Look at how easy the 500 pounds is. Beer coming out of me. Fucking like getting water. It's like getting fucking waterboarded, dude. I mean, it's definitely not fun. It's like going in your nose,
Yeah.
But
That's
that
like the
is
first
kind
video
of
of you
what
I
took
remember.
off. That was a huge one.
It's crazy.
That was big. And then I lit 500 pounds on fire in the back of a moving truck. Shortly after that, was driving down the road with it, benching it on fire, going through a Taco Bell drive-through, running through Red Bull machine. It just kind of just culminated from there like a snowball effect. Just kept thinking of dumber ideas and writing them all down.
Right. Well, and you're like, it's not just posting dumb videos too. It's like you're figuring out everything about how to be
Yeah.
the best Instagrammer you can be. Like you were figuring out how to be like the best at training, right? Like
Yes.
when do you post and like what do you post and what do you caption it and you're like, and how are you figuring these things out though? Is what I'm wondering. Like
Well, you gotta learn.
you
And
gotta watch,
you
right?
gotta watch other people, what they do, watch certain videos, and to me, I don't learn like a normal person. It takes me like, say you watch one video and you get all the knowledge. What do they call that when you get it? It's called there's a fancy word for that. Retain,
Mm.
right? Pretty fancy. You retain that.
Yep.
What takes me like 3 times, just like reading a book. I can't read that book once. I ain't gonna fucking retain shit, man. Just like watching a porn movie. It's fucking gotta watch it multiple times.
Study
And
the
then
film.
and study the film exactly. Like you know how
Yep.
long it took me to fucking learn a playbook, especially in college. My
Dude.
God, dude! I remember my first play. I fucking right off the bat, only freshman to start on the team. The guy's a senior. He's a running back. He's the best D3 running back in the league at the time. I'm playing fullback. We're lined up in a pro form next to each other. I fucking take a left. He takes a right. I fucking knock him out. Boom. Man, was the coach fucking pissed. I did not know my plays at all.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a long time, but I got it. You know how I got to learn those plays?
You tried longer than everybody else. You had to do it 3 times, like all that.
Wrong again. I took a picture out of a Hustler magazine of a girl's vagina, and I fucking laminated the hell out of it, and I put it in the webbing of my helmet. And one day I learned every play, and coaches, so Bob Fry goes, Finn, how the fuck did you learn all those plays, man? You didn't screw up once today. I popped my helmet off. I said, right here, coach. It was a giant picture of a pussy. He could not stop laughing. It was the funniest thing ever. I'll never forget that. And that was hanging in my locker like that all year. I remember him telling me at Thanksgiving break, he took his buddies into the locker room and showed them my fucking locker because it was fucking retarded. Oh man, that was awesome. What a good year.
Good.
Kind of like Ogre,
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So how you learn isn't like everybody else, but you figured out how you learn.
Yes.
And that's how you figured out how to do the Instagram thing.
Yeah. So we would spin right into what it spun into. From there, where did I go after that?
Oh,
so I build a big following, and
right.
I get more sponsorships.
And you're learning how, and you're posting more. It's like, you're training, you're building towards better. Then from there, you get that first run of t-shirts from 8-Man, right?
Yeah, 8-Man strong. So I got hurt. It's kind of like a backstory of my life on top of everything, on top of learning. It's kind of like a backstory, but it's like training. It is.
Yeah.
So then I say, 8-Man, hey, you guys make me 100 shirts that say "Okay, bye" on it. And I actually had Noah. There's Noah and Adam, the two guys, the Field brothers that own 8-Man Strong. Great dudes. I talk to them all the time still. Still wear their gear. I send them my shit and, back and forth. Love those guys. They're out in Arizona. So I said, hey, could you make me a logo for the back? Just like call it Huck Finn Power was the original logo. It was a barbell. It said Huck Finn Power on it, and it had right in the middle of the words, it had a pelican. It was kind of a cool logo. I should do it as a throwback shirt. It was only one time it was like that.
Yeah.
So he does it, and we sell 100 shirts, and I'm like, holy shit. Man, what if we had we did it one more run, and we sold a bunch more, 100 more shirts or something. And then I remember the couple months later, I'm like, fuck, what if we had an unlimited supply of shirts?
Right.
We could have our own business. Maybe we should go on our own. And then at the time, my wife was a teacher, and she's like, I need to make this much money for us to survive. Can we do it? And I'm like, let's bet on ourselves, because she didn't want to work anymore because we had our third baby coming. She's like, I want to concentrate on the kids and the family and everything, but we need money. So I'm like, all right, well, let's start looking for a screen printing company, a machine that we can buy. We'll have JB Boss help us, teach us everything he knows. And you're smart. Karen's way smarter than me. She's college educated. She actually passed college with a master's degree. So she's smart. She can pick up on things pretty quick. Unlike yours truly here, Huck Finn, who's a big fucking idiot. But long story short, we got that going, and we found the machines, and we started printing our own shirts. First shirt was "Let's Get Stupid," right around the time Homeless died, and then we printed all those, and we did all that shit. And then JB Boss helped us, taught us how to screen print, and been doing it ever since 2018. July of 2018 was it's going on 7 years, almost 7 years ago. We've had a company going. So
nice. Yeah. So like the goal of printing the shirts, or the goal of making money from printing shirts, is kind of like the meat, and then you work backwards from there. So you wanted the print thing. You had to learn how to print. So that's like figuring out who's going to teach you how to lift, like
yep.
the guys before. So it's exactly the same.
Like the Lola Bridges, right?
Yep, exactly. So it's exactly what you already knew how to do. You just spun it and put it into the new thing that you've never done before, right? You took what you knew, because like you said, all you know is lifting weights, drinking beer, playing football.
Yeah.
But hey, you spun it into what you didn't know. You took what you knew from that and you spun it into this. And everything's training, right?
Everything's training. Yeah. So like just
It's
like working backwards, let's say for the company, for the apparel company, we have to have like quarterly, we have to have certain shirts drop at certain times. Now we got to work backwards, right? To have a plan. It's just a plan. You have to have a plan. A plan, like a training plan. It's the same shit, man. So then we plan out what we're dropping each week.
Exactly. And so and then after you got the apparel company going, then from there you get into supplements, and everybody thought you're crazy for getting into supplements, right? I mean,
oh yeah. Well, if they thought we were crazy getting in t-shirt business at first, they said, there's a million t-shirt business out of there, and I'm like, well, I mean, all these other companies made it. Why not me? That's what I always said. Why not me? Right? If this guy can do it, man. Like a lot of these guys I've met, especially like these supplement guys. I mean, some of these supplement guys, they're fucking nerds, man. Like,
right.
Why are you buying this guy's product? This guy's product ain't even that good. And he's a fucking jerk off or a nerd. He doesn't even work out. And all he's doing is profiting off of you, So I always thought, listen, I fucking, walk the walk, talk the talk. I'm fucking benching 500 pounds. I'm, totaling over 2,000. I'm training my ass off. I'm like an everyday person. I drink beer. I'm a fucking maniac. Why would you want to buy my product's even better? So that's what I always thought. Why not me?
Why not me? That's right. So then you set your sights on making a pre-workout, and then how do you get there? Like what's your plan? How do you plan for that?
You got a plan, right? So I contact a couple buddies of mine that are kind of in that business. And they hooked me up with a manufacturing company. So I take a couple of pre-workouts that I like currently and from the past that I thought were good, right? So I kind of combined some of it and up some of the ingredients, and I went back and forth with this guy who was pretty smart about pre-workout, and we kind of formulated this formula together and went back and forth for about probably about 3 months until I had it down. I'm like, holy fuck, this is the best shit I ever had. And then I started handing out to all my friends, everybody. And everybody said the same shit. Everybody's like, oh my God, this is fucking awesome. The taste is great. It mixes perfect. Fucking works like a motherfucker. I can't believe it's not meth. One guy said that did meth. So, I mean, that's a great fucking review right there.
Yeah, that's a big time review.
Huge review.
Huge review.
Here's another review that I got that this guy that I met a couple of weeks ago. I was out at a store, and he came up to me and said, "Hey, Huck fan, I'm a fan of yours. Blah blah blah. I would just want to tell you this story real quick. I've never told this on the show. I don't think. I guarantee I never have. It just happened like a week ago. He goes, hey, a friend of mine was really big into cocaine, and he weaned himself off of cocaine using your pre-workout, man. I just want to let you know that. I'm like, dude, could you please have them text or email the site so I can use that email as like a marketing tool? I mean,
That's
that's
good.
fucking awesome, man.
You
Guys
got
are
to get
weaning
that.
themselves off of coke.
You got to get that like in quotations on the package.
I know it, right? Hey, if you need to wean yourself off of cocaine, get yourself them. Let's get stupid. God, that was awesome, man. I love that.
That's the best story I've ever heard.
Fucking epic, man. That was awesome, man. Some of these guys, they'll come up to you and tell you some stories. That was one that I always remember. That's a great story. But the guy never messaged his site, never emailed it. I wish he did.
He wants to stay anonymous.
He must want to stay anonymous.
Was it that guy in Aberdeen that came up to us?
It might have been. It might have been that guy in Aberdeen. Damn it. I knew it. It was that blind girl.
Oh, yeah, there was the blind girl.
That place is wild, man.
The blind girl that woke us up.
Yes. I know, it was so weird. That was crazy, man. But yeah, we got into the supplement industry, and I just pretty much did everything I would in training. You work backwards, right? I mean, we got to get a product to market. Well, we got to work backwards from there. Got to find a manufacturer. Got to find a guy who knows a manufacturer. Now we got to find a manufacturer. Now we got to test it. Now we got to test it again. Now we got to hand it out to my buddies. Now we got to figure out how to fucking make a label, right? Now we got to container it. Now we got to do all this. Now I got to contact my other buddy that's a tattoo artist. Now I got to draw it out in crayon, and then he's gonna make it way better.
He's gonna make it look.
Right? And then after that, and then after all that shit, we got to put it on our site and then try to get people to sell it, right? Which is the hardest part. That's the part I'm still working on. People that own mom and pop shops are kind of, especially guys that already know you online, are pretty easy to sell to, but you want to get to people that don't know you, right? And that's the hardest. So that's the part I've been kind of writing out as we speak, how to do it.
Right. You're still figuring that out because you're still training, right? You're still like, this is not everything's polished out, right? Like you're working towards something. Yeah, exactly.
No.
And you're
this guy's about to go to bed and you see we're on. Guess I'll pour another whiskey and settle in. Scants.
He's so old.
I just scant my pants.
He's old and he's Canadian.
This stream is a good vibe.
Oh yeah.
Why not me? Like the Judge. Yeah, that's a good song by the Judds. Nick the Gun Guy. Let's fucking go, Huck Finn. One of my favorites.
Simpkins is always bringing up country music. I love it.
Oh, me too, man. Me too.
He's got the best song recommendations when he texts.
Yeah, he does. He's a fucking pro, man. He needs to have his own playlist. He needs to have his own playlist, dude. Right?
He's training me on country music.
You're getting trained on country music.
Yep. Eventually, I'll play the fiddle. Maybe, I don't know.
God, that would be awesome if you could play the fiddle on air. Shit, that would be epic.
So you're saying I can stay on air?
Oh yeah, if you can play the fiddle, you're never kicked off, brother.
Okay, deal.
Ever.
I'll learn. I'll train. I'll train to learn how to play the fiddle. But so now, like another thing, you're starting this whole like training. You're using your training background on is like your YouTube right now. I mean,
yes, that's the biggest thing right now. Currently.
Yeah. So you're like, how are you doing that? Are you like posting weekly or like what do you?
Yeah, so that you got to make a goal, right? So my goal, I write down a goal, and I just said I'm a YouTuber, right? You speak it into existence. That's how I'm a 500-pound bencher. It's the same shit, right? I'm a YouTuber. Wrote it down.
Why not me? Yeah.
Why not me? All these other motherfuckers can do it. I don't know anything really about YouTube. All the other YouTube videos I've ever done was pretty much through like an iPhone or some of it I could do in like iMovie. I use that a lot because I knew how to do it. And then I would bring like a GoPro some places and get the footage off there and just throw the footage together. That's all the older stuff mostly that you would see on there. Or it was phone clips that I put together on my phone. But I didn't know how to run like editing. To me looked like real time editing, which I'm not there yet at all. But I know how to use Premiere Pro a little bit when I have Adobe for my business, so I have it for free. So why not use it? Why not me? So I learned how to do that in like a day. and then I just kind of practice it, and then like I got to learn how to shoot by myself. I can't count on anybody. You just can't. You can't count on people to come to your house and fucking shoot videos with you all the time. Just ain't gonna happen, unless I'm paying the guy a fucking $1,000 a shoot. So I pretty much learned how to do it all myself. I don't have any script. I don't have anything. All I do is come out here and work out, and I yell in front of a camera that I have no idea what I'm even saying. I'll come out here, and some of these videos are getting like on my Instagram page that I take clips from my YouTube, hundreds of thousands of views that I have no script from. It's just me rambling off the top of my fucking head. Just saying dumb shit.
Whatever you're feeling. Yeah.
Whatever I'm feeling that day, I'll just say something dumb. Right. And then it'll be like, fucking, holy fuck, this got 200,000 views. I thought I had like 1 second. So that's kind of what the game plan is. I want to say something or talking to the camera a little bit because that's what I do. I like cutting promos. Got a big wrestling background.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to cut promos. So if I'm training, I'm going to cut a couple promos during the training. And I've pretty much, that's another thing I need to get into as well. I've done this kind of shit my whole life, but it was never on Instagram or social media, dude. I was doing this shit way before that shit was ever invented, man. I've been a fucking crazy motherfucker since I can remember.
There's that clip.
Third, fourth, fifth grade.
There's that clip of you at like a pep rally where you're like, when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. I'm like a junior in high school. I'm the captain of the football team, right? And they let the captain speak. There's two captains, right? The two main captains. And it was me and this other guy. The other guy is very, like not going to say anything crazy,
just
very like very clean like that, and the athletic director, I remember his name, Clapsaddle. Mr. Clapsaddle. I call him Clap Happy. Oh, Clap Happy won't give me the damn microphone, huh? So I had to rip it out of his hand. That part wasn't on there. So he wasn't going to let me speak. Everybody was there to hear me speak, right?
Of course,
but he knew I was going to say something stupid. So we get done with the homecoming parade, and it ends up at the high school with the big bonfire, big rally. Fucking half the town's there, and Clap Happy speaking. I give me the mic. I said, I know there's some alumni out there because we just lost the game before that was saying it was over. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no. And it ain't over now. But after all that, I literally took off running through the crowd all the way out of the place, all the way to my house. Like 3 miles away. I never came back. Everybody just looked at me like, what the fuck? And I remember going back to the next day at school, and all my teachers were like, does he really think the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Like they didn't know it was from a movie. Like they thought I was that dumb. I thought the Germans had bombed Pearl Harbor.
That's awesome. They failed you. They held you back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, you've always been crazy. So you took your strength of always being crazy, you played to it, and you built up your weaknesses of figuring out how to do the Instagram, social media, YouTube, all that. And it just, everything built off of that.
Well, I've always been crazy, but that's what's kept me from going insane.
Yeah. What I mean? You should write a song. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about that. I was going to give me my main lyric of the song. I've actually been writing country songs lately. I've got a guy that's in the music industry that I'm trying to write for right now as we speak. A guy named Gavin Adcock?
No.
He's actually very, very famous right now. He was a fucking original Alpha member.
Really?
You should look this dude. Put him on the screen, dude.
Gavin Adcock. Instagram?
Yeah.
I should find him.
So he played like D2 college football in Georgia and got thrown out of the school or something for drinking a beer on top of a bus during a parade. So when I saw that video, I immediately messaged him and sent him a bunch of shit and was, and talked to him back and forth. This was back in like 2020 or 2021. And now he's like, I was listening to like the radio and like, this guy's on the fucking radio now.
I'm going to try to find that video, but.
His name's Gavin Adcock. A-D Cock.
A.D. Cock.
You got it on
here's
there?
his
Here,
his country.
Let me add it to the stage. Yeah, this guy right here. Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, he's probably, if you scroll down far enough, he's played that video before, like, this was me in college, but literally it was like 2 or 3 years ago. Now he's a super
crushing
famous.
Beers.
Oh, yeah, loves drinking. Yeah.
Just a beast.
So he's coming to the area here this summer. I'm going to go out there and do some videos with him, I think.
Oh, sweet.
But I think I fucking, we sent him a shirt and a fucking plaque or whatever the fuck we had. Yeah, this is right here. That's him right there. Yeah. Yes.
He got kicked.
So
he
I
got
saw
kicked
that.
out for that.
He got kicked off the tee. Something happened bad. And I saw that video and immediately reached out to him, like immediately. I'm like, this guy's fucking awesome.
Alpha.
I had no idea the guy's sang or anything. And then 2 years later, he's got like a #1 hit.
That's so awesome. The Huck Finn effect. The Huck Finn barbell effect.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, dude. He was just playing golf with fucking John Daly the other day. I was like, dude, I need to play golf with that guy. I need to drink beer with both you guys.
That's awesome.
I should try to get this guy on the show.
Yeah, we should.
I mean, he is a fucking honorary Alpha member, dude. He was a Tri-Alpha member.
He's on the team.
Yeah,
Keith,
he is.
Famously off the team.
Yep.
This guy on the team.
Adcock on the team. Right?
Adcock. Adding Adcock.
We're adding Adcock. I don't know Gavin Adcock, but I know Herbie Hancock. Yeah. God damn. Hey, man, I have a video idea for you. Go ahead, man. Say it on here. We'll put it up. Just reading some of the comments in the corner.
Oh
my God. What else
Our
did you want? No, I was reading the comments over there in the corner of the screen. You can see those comments, right, brother?
Yeah, I can. I thought you were reading the comments on the Adcock video.
No, over here about the guys that are watching the show. This guy's asked this question a couple times here. When is the test booster pill be available on the website again? I am not sure, Henry. The Alpha pills, they had some problems, and we had a little bit too much Cialis in them. So I don't know if they will be. They'll be back soon. Might have to change it up a little bit. I really love the protein we had, and when we got into COVID, protein was very hard to come by, and it was very expensive. Like everything went up, right? All the products went up. I mean, a lot. I would say every fucking product that we sold, the aminos and the pre-workout, our cost went up like $9 on top of like $9 more per unit. And then we already don't make a lot of money with the protein, but I like having protein and selling it because it was a good add-on item. You didn't make much money off of it, but I liked selling it. And I love the protein we had. It was mixed great, tasted great as a whey isolate. But it was like so ridiculously expensive. It made 0 sense for us to keep carrying it. So I might carry that again soon. Question. Why is this Simply Deep keep asking these weird questions, dude? Why don't you answer this one?
Question for you guys.
Can
a woman or your woman go overboard seducing you, depending on the circumstances? No, they can't go overboard.
I mean, what does that mean, seducing me?
How do you let them go overboard?
Yeah.
Just the start is enough.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, how do you let it get past the point of...
You're going overboard and seducing me. I've just creamed my pants. Now that's how you go overboard, brother.
That's how you go overboard. I guess you could go overboard.
For sure, man. We got anything else? We got to wrap this up here. I got to go pick Mrs. Barbell.
Yeah, you got to go pick her up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we about covered it.
Did we cover all the bases?
The basics? Yeah. I mean, it's
all of our bases.
Oh, the bases. Yeah.
The basis is the day I picked that barbell up, my life changed forever in 8th grade.
You bet.
For the better. So the point of the moral of the whole story is to fucking pick up a barbell and start fucking lifting weights, brother. Because everything in your life will get better. Everything. This is coming from a dumb fucking hillbilly out in the cornfields of Illinois. Pappy made pick up a barbell in that fucking little living room over there in Parkside Drive one day while he was drinking PBR. Little did he know where I'd be at today. So keep training, keep lifting weights, keep kicking ass. That's about all I got to say about that.
Yep, I couldn't agree more.
That's your cue to say something, brother.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm new to this. I just got a microphone, for God's sake.
Jesus, man.
Yep.
You're gonna have to end the show somehow, brother. I'm leaving it up to you to end the show. Can you do it?
I think we can. I can, yeah.
You can? Okay, go ahead.
Get out there, pick up a barbell.
You go out there and you find that fucking dog.
You go out there and you find that fucking dog. Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. And that's all I have to say.
Did you ever find or did you ever think of a good ending, a good tagline for the end? Remember I told you to work on that. You haven't.
I've been working on it.
Oh my God, dude. Come on, man. I got okay, bye. You got to figure out something.
I got okay bye too. I'm gonna do okay bye too.
You're just going to copy me?
Yeah, why
Okay,
not?
bye.
It works. Okay, bye.